Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. This is my son Ben, and today I hope I have a stronger volume than the few videos before.
Yes, we had a little trouble with the sound because the sound we put closer to us
to you.
Yes, and then it moved closer to me and a bit further from you, so it was I was a bit louder than Horst. So hopefully we are now even again. But it looks about even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today we're having the Glengoyne, 18 years old, and I think I had that several years ago, but not in English language.
Mm-hmm.
So the 18-year-old is one of the flagships of the Glengoyne distillery because it's still affordable with prices close to 100, but the others, 21, 25 years old, are far above 100.
Yep.
So this is reachable for the normal deep pocket, and it changed in design.
Yes. In the year 2020, a lot of bottles changed their design. A lot of distilleries did their makeover, and this is one of the makeovers from Glengoyne, and it's now recyclable. So it's part of.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard 100%, and you've now read something else?
There had been some saying here. Here, the packaging for this Glengoyne, 18 years old, is easily recycled and made from 79% recycled material. Typically, not by volume, but by weight. So to be savored at your own place. I've read, but it's at your own pace. So slowly.
It says save it on your own pace.
Yeah,
at your own place.
Yeah.
Distilled in Glengoyne, a product of Scotland. Yeah, Glengoyne is this distillery. When you drive from Glasgow up, I think the motorway or normal road.
Normal road. Yeah.
Normal road, and when you just reach the Highland, that's the point where you have the distillery of Glengoyne. It's a beautiful distillery, just at a road, and the road departs the distillery from the distillery buildings to the warehouses. And there are rumors that the warehouses, or one of the warehouses, is built in the lowlands, but it doesn't matter. It depends on where the distillery is located, and the distillery is located in the Highlands.
They have very old dunnage warehouses, and then they built new ones beside those, and then they had some fault in the construction, and I heard that they dismantled the warehouse and built new ones. So there was a lot of things going on with it.
I think they built new ones, but you still have the old warehouses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still have the old warehouses. And when I was there, I did a beautiful new distillery video. Have a look at it. It's a really nice distillery video. I think I did it in 2019.
You find it on Whisky.com in the database.
Mm-hmm.
Have a search for Glengoyne, and then you will find the video as well.
Yes. And the thing is, when I wanted to do a drone footage of the new warehouses, of all of the warehouses, and then there were birds coming. It's the Valley of the Wild Geese is what Glengoyne is called. So there's all the geese at the front. It weren't geese that chased us away, but they were really aggressive birds, and they were just going up, flying in circles around our drone and going. And we were like, okay, let's go down. So I can show you the bottle. Here you can see.
It's 43 ABV, as most of the Glengoyne have.
The Wild Geese, 18-year-old. Beautiful bottle, and Glengoyne here at the back. You have it cast into the air, to the glass.
I think the bottles are all the same for the different ages, which they bottle. I think the 10-year-old has a cheaper one, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Am I got the focus? Hopefully, yes. I think so. Yeah. Red apples. Very fruity. aromatic, balanced, a little bit of banana, very fruity again, and sherry notes. Notes of, definitely notes of sherry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful sherry whiskey. It's we didn't talk about maturation. It's matured in bourbon and sherry casks, and there are a lot of sherry casks in there, and it's a beautiful combination of dried fruits, lot of fruits, fairly sweet. There is a good amount of sweetness in there, but it comes pretty much from the fruitiness and the remembrance of fruitiness that fruits are all sweet. So it's a typical sherry whiskey.
Yeah, the longer you smell on that whiskey, the darker and deeper it becomes. There is, the nuttiness, the typical nuttiness of sherry casks.
They don't say Oloroso sherry cask, but they do smell like Oloroso sherry cask.
And beginning spices, so there's a lot to smell, so take your time when you're tasting that whiskey. Cheers.
Cheers.
A lot more intense than the 43% suggest. Really strong, oaky, big mouthful, hefty aftertaste, long, warming spiciness, cacao, and a little bit of orange marmalade. Yeah.
It's a nice sherry cask, but it's dried fruits in combination with a little bit of a oaky, bitter sweetness. And yes, it's like a orange peel thingy, or I would even go as far as grapefruit peel, or
grapefruit probably. Yeah. In the aftertaste, it has a staying light bitterness, like dark chocolate. So the long maturation, probably the sherry casks from European oak, part of them for a longer time. Definitely tannins in it.
It's a beautiful mature one. You really feel maturity in this whiskey, so it feels pretty old for an 18-year-old. So all these dark, deep and flavors with oak, a little bit of bitterness, probably also some tannins in there, but they don't feel as tannin oak, some more like some bitter fruit.
Yeah,
strange enough.
You're getting a lot for the money. Yeah,
it's a good one.
Hefty. Some sweat on my...
And it's intense when you have it first in your mouth, right? It's strange. I would have expected more like I don't know, 48, 50 or something like that.
Yeah,
hefty.
It's the oak, and probably it's the first we have today. So then the impact is a little bit stronger.
A little bit stronger when you have the first one today. Okay, so thank you very much. If you'd like to know more about the Glengoyne, the Valley of the Geese, there's a lot to learn about it. At Whisky.com in the database you find a lot of distilleries, amongst them is the Glengoyne, and there's a video and there's tons of stuff written about Glengoyne. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.